Thank you for choosing to spend this moment with Pháp Tinh Tấn. If you find this teaching meaningful, please subscribe to the channel, share the Dharma with others, turn on the bell for new videos, and leave a kind comment to help spread insight and peace. Ignorance, avijja, is not a shadow cast from the outside. It is an internal blindness. As Sayadaw Asabha explains, it is the first link in the chain of Pikasamupta, the law of dependent origination. It is the foundation for all suffering, because avijja pakaya sakra, ignorance conditions volitional formations, the beginning of our conditioned existence. This ignorance begins with not understanding the Four Noble Truths. One does not recognize dukkha, the truth that life, when driven by craving, is unsatisfying. One does not see samadaya, the origin of suffering, nor the reality of nirodha, its cessation, nor the noble magga, the path leading out. Ignorance is also the failure to know that life does not begin at birth or end at death. Not knowing our past actions or their consequences, we assume this life is all there is. And so, the mind rushes to indulge desires, clings to possessions, and fears loss. More subtly, ignorance is not recognizing the causal process that binds us in sastra cycle of incarnation, including one's actions and their consequences in all times past, present, and future. We do not see how phassa, contact, leads to vedana, feeling, which gives rise to ta, craving, then upadana, clinging, then bhava, becoming, and finally jati, birth, and jarmara, aging and death. But ignorance also manifests as knowing what should not be known, and ignoring what must be known. A young man, bright and full of potential, spends his days addicted to gambling and meaningless entertainment. He knows every strategy to deceive his parents and borrow money from friends. He becomes skilled at lying, cheating, and manipulating others. But he has never once practiced generosity or observed the 5 precepts. He has never meditated or reflected on the impermanence of his body. He wastes his life learning what leads to bondage while neglecting the wisdom that brings freedom. As the Buddha taught in the Sayadaw Nikaya, because of not seeing, not knowing, beings are bound in sasra. And the Venerable Mahasi Sayadaw reminded, ignorance is like darkness. Without the light of insight, we move blindly, creating our own chains. Only through mindfulness, virtue, and wisdom can the fog of avijja be lifted. The noble path begins with seeing rightly. If this reflection has deepened your understanding, please support the Pháp Tinh Tấn channel by subscribing, sharing, turning on the bell, and commenting below. May your journey toward liberation be guided by wisdom and compassion.